Well, look what the cat drug in. Hello, everybody. My name is Demaris, and my new YouTube name is Medium in Mexico. It should be a Texas Medium in Mexico. That way to explain it, the accent. Anyway, I did make some notes because I've tried this like 5 times and it's not settling well because I'm all over the place. So I am a psychic medium, which is a kind, which I find kind of redundant because psychic medium, but then I didn't know, so I'll explain to some of y'all who may not know the difference between a psychic and a psychic medium. A medium is a psychic, but a psychic isn't always a medium, and that is because a psychic tunes into your personal energy to offer life guidance and future predictions, while a medium specializes in bridging the living and the other side to pass along messages. And to me, that can also mean or also include pets, which I can do. So this is I had to write it down because I didn't want to mess it up. This is the definition, so it's not my opinion. So I found that kind of interesting. And again, it says, while all mediums are psychic, not all psychics are medium. Okay. I'm not going to argue it. It's the definition. So anyway, that's what I am. I got started or realized my gift or had my first premonition when I was 4. And it just kept growing as I was a youngster. And then it kind of disappeared for a little while, went on a little vacation, I guess. When I probably hit preteens, teens, and then it came back with a vengeance when I turned 35. I always had it. It was always there. I just didn't know how to use it. Didn't know how to control it. Didn't know what to do. So I did a lot of spiritual. Even in my teenage years, I did a lot of spiritual growth and meditations and stuff. And I put on my Dark Side of the Moon album and put on my huge old Western Auto headphones and light some incense and meditate in my beanbag chair. So that gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. So I've been doing this a long time, and it was a long journey. When I was 25, I said I would have a home and land by the time I was 35. And at 35 years old, I had a home and land. So there went more adventures and learning, and it was really a haunted piece of land too. I wouldn't say haunted as in scary, but it had a lot of Native American activity, and being half Native, I really thought that was cool. Had many experiences. Now, throughout all my life, I've always had paranormal and supernatural things happening. I've even had an experience with an ET of some sort. I always thought maybe it was a reptilian once I realized what those were. But I'm second guessing myself now that I'm older that what I had an experience with may not have been a reptilian. I still to this day, I'm not sure what it was, but It didn't hurt me. So I was young, so I was too young to make it a dream, because I didn't have the knowledge of Beyond the Jetsons or anything of what an ET could look like. So it wasn't like I dreamt of something that I had knowledge of. This was not a dream. It was an experience. So as time went on, like I said, at 35 years old, it came back, and it came back really loud. The voices were screaming. I couldn't go into a restaurant or any public place without everybody wanting to talk to somebody. And I had to finally shut them down and say, y'all can't do that. Some people freak out on that stuff when you walk up to them and say, hey, I got a message for you. So I learned how to control it. And as time went on, I started doing readings for other people. If you'll excuse me a second, the cat's meowing at the door and I don't want to be bothered, so I want to pause for a second. Okay, so cat didn't want to come in, but a dog went out. So I still have one in here on the floor, and he's a good boy. If you hear that, this is an old chair. It's an old wooden desk chair that I fell in love with. It was my dad's when he had a lumber yard. So anyway, came back with a vengeance, got everybody calmed down. So I started doing readings for folks. And I'm 62 years old, so I've been doing this for a while. And no matter what house I've ever lived in, I've had something in it. And I'm in Mexico now, and I have something in it. Okay, here we go again. Hold on.